I joined the Homeguard at 16 because during the war you had to do something after you were 16. You either had to be a fireman, a warden, a special policeman, or join the Homeguard, one of those sort of jobs, you know. So I joined the Homeguard. And we were down at Blymont Barracks in Millbrook down there. That was our headquarters. We used to go on manoeuvres every Sunday morning and do that. Throw an hand grenade, you know, all sorts of things, yeah. And we even had a rifle. We didn't at the beginning, but they did eventually. It was for 303, Royal Enfield 303. And we used to bring it home. We used to bring it home. Didn't bring any ammunition from there. And Regent's Park School, yeah. I didn't know it at the time, but John's uncle was the caretaker of the school. And we used to have to do night duty down there, night guard, sentry guard down there. So I did that until June of 1943. I was 18. And then, of course, as soon as you're 18, they called you up into the forces. And I got called up, went for a medical, and instead of, if I hadn't chosen, they would have put me in the army. I didn't want to go in the army. I opted to go in the Navy because Bill and Ron were already in the Navy. So that made 3 of us in there at the same time. And end of July, I was sent down to Fareham, Collingwood, HMS Collingwood at Fareham, to do a 6-week seamanship course. Well, 2 weeks into this course, we were all told, we got up in the morning, went on parade, and we were all told we were going for an eye test. Nobody told us why, just said we were going for an eye test. And we all went to the eye test. And some passed and some didn't. I was the one of them that passed. And then we were told we were becoming signalmen. No choice, you just did it. We were told because it was a colourblind test they were giving us, you see. They didn't say that. And that was what it was for, flags. That was it. I left there and I was sent to the Isle of Man, on Douglas on the Isle of Man, for a 6 months signal course.
No choice.
No choice. Yeah, you went. So over the Christmas of 1943-44, I was up in that's where I had this tattoo done. It's all gone then, faded away. It's 74 years old now. That's where I had that done. We went out on the beer one night, a load of us, and you know, you get brave when you've had a few pints, and yeah, go on, we'll have a tattoo done. 2 shillings and 6pence that cost me. And it was so terrible, because it all swelled up and scabbed over. And of course, if you went sick, that was a self-inflicted wound, you got put in the rattle for it, got punished. So we had to cover it up and button up our cuffs so nobody could see it, you know, until it got better.
Did you all get the same one? Did you get different tattoos? Or
oh yeah, they all got what they wanted, yeah.
What was yours?
It's a heart with a sword going into it, and a wooden cross going that way, and an anchor going that way, and a little space across there with Joan written in it.
What does it represent? So like the anchor is obviously the Navy.
Navy, I suppose, yeah.
And the sword.
Just a design. I don't think it meant anything really.
Didn't mean.
No.
Just like the look of it.
Yeah. And after I did that 6 months course, I was sent down to, or our barracks was at Petersfield, HMS Mercury. So from there, I was drafted to Portsmouth Dockyard, to the signal tower in Portsmouth Dockyard. And from there, I was sub-drafted to Leon Solent. Now, did you know that once upon a time there was a tower at Leon Solent? Do you know where Leon Solent is?
Yeah.
Well, do you know right opposite the front, there's a row of shops. Do you remember that? Well, as you go along the seafront, right, sea's on the road, there's these houses, and then all of a sudden there's a row of shops, and then a road. Well, right opposite those shops there was a dance hall. Granite it was all concrete. And at the back of it, on the sea side of it, there was a great tower with an observation platform at the top. And the Navy took it over during the war, and that was a signal station then, our signal station.
Yeah.
And for a while I had an allotment over there. It was we lived in there, there was only 6 of us. And we used to keep watch on top of there, and the idea was that between Portsmouth Dockyard and a place called Gill Kicker at Gosport, Leon Solent, and where the refinery is, Fawley. Right? We were the signal link between those 4 stations for anything happening in the Solent, you know. And I was there until let me see. Yeah, I was there till D-Day, just after D-Day, just after the invasion of France. And then I was drafted up to Dundee in Scotland to pick up a ship, which was the Loch Lomond. She was being built in Dundee Dock. She'd come over from America in parts. So I had seen during the war with America, who weren't in the war then, right? For what they called the lease lend. And they would build all the bits of America and send them over to us, and we would put them together. And that's what they were doing. They put her together in Dundee Dockyard. And we took her from there. And after we did our sea trials up in the Western Isles of Scotland, and all that sort of thing, we were put on anti-submarine duty in the Atlantic, doing convoys.